Hello. That's okay. I do not mind. I just have a special time because I can't do anything on Tuesday. But Wednesday and Thursday will be normal. That's why I'm starting Monday right now. Yeah. What is Ortho dancing on? Yita's hand. I have that video on my YouTube channel, actually. That little rat dance meme. It's like, hey, I want to show you something. And it's just Ortho dancing. I'm also thinking about maybe finding another place to stream stuff. Worst case scenario. I mean, I'll probably have something more definitive on Wednesday, but like, worst case scenario, if YouTube's stupid changes end up messing up this channel specifically, I'll probably find something. I'm gonna go look at it before I leave. Yes, please. That's kind of the reason why I changed the little waiting screen. It's like, go watch it. I do silly stuff. Bye-bye. There's not really that much to talk about today, so this might be a little bit shorter than usual, depending on if other people show up. Because again, I kind of was not expecting to do this. Yeah, me too. It's also part of the reason why I swapped from Twitch to YouTube, because I didn't like all the stupid nonsense they were pulling off there. Yeah. It's like, if you incorrectly label my channel, I am going to punch somebody. Not really, but like, you get the idea. I'm going to be angry. I cannot control what I sound like. I cannot control the fact that I like to make silly things. It's just so dumb. And anti-American. Just ugh. Yeah. So let me see, what's something to talk about, because there's not much that's been updated other than the banner for Overblottville is out now, and I tried to pull for him, but he wasn't showing up So it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my resources. I'm not gonna blow it all on Vil. You know, I already have Ida. I don't want to get greedy. we don't need to get greedy up in here. But I'll just have this. I'll just have this in the background right now. Because it is still a pretty card, and I still do want it, but at the same time, it's like, if I don't get it, I'm cool. I'm chill with it. I can live. Not the end of the world. But yeah, I might also make a post on Wednesday, too, about possible alternatives. Because yeah, I'm not forking over important stuff that I've been told all my life to not just share haphazardly, you know. It's so stupid. Like, there's a million reasons why this is a terrible idea. But no, out-of-touch idiots have to demand control over everything. Blah, 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 blah. Can't have fun anymore. So stupid. People are so dumb sometimes. Like, if you have to get all your self-worth and validation from fiction, that's a huge problem. That's a your parents are not good parents problem. I'm a little spicy this morning. I was like, bruh, why you gotta ruin it for everybody else? I hate that mentality. I'm trying to find something to talk about as well. Because again, this wasn't really that planned. Because Tuesday was supposed to be I'm going back to finishing drawing, but like that's not gonna happen. But Wednesday I will. I guess today is a little bit more rambling about like potential future plans. Let's see. Let's see, what else is there to yap about besides that? Besides future planning. Because, I mean, I don't take this very seriously in the sense that I want money for it because I'm just bored. I just want something fun to do while I'm looking for actual stable income, so yeah. It's just so hard. Because networking is a scam, in my opinion, because you gotta be a social, like a very social person in order to do that successfully, and people can be so petty about stupid stuff, and it's just like, bruh. The industry is very petty. Yeah. I got personal gripes with things. But I don't really want to talk about that though. Kinda not what we're here for. What else is there to yap about? I'm still kind of waiting for a better image of Floyd's outfit, though. But that's gonna be like later in the month. Hmm. Yeah, this is very much unplanned. I don't know what I'm doing today. Kind of a spur of the moment. Definitely not the smartest option. I mean, it's Monday after all. Although, I mean, some people have off on Mondays. You know, if your schedule is more flexible. Yeah, definitely not the smartest day to be here. But I'm here anyway. Because I want to yap. And I kind of don't want to, like, break the fact that I usually do 3 days in a week. I kind of just at least, try something different. I hope that wasn't picked up. No, no context. Hmm. Maybe, nah. I was gonna say, maybe I should try drawing, but then I'm like, ugh, my screens are just gonna get all mixed up and messy and all that, and it's just not gonna work. So yeah, Wednesday we'll be back to actually drawing. We'll finish up poor old Benji. He's been lying around unfinished since we were drawing him. At least his fancier little info sheet with the fancy JoJo posing or whatever. Let me see something. Ah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me fly off screen and shrink. That's weird. I mean, I guess we could yap about Ortho's potential birthday card appearance. Like, what could it be? How does a robot have loungewear? I'm curious. I must know. Is it like are we getting him without the little armor parts or what? I'm just curious. Is it gonna make like a fancy outfit or something that's supposed to mimic like pajamas and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm curious. And I need to dive into the maintenance. I need answers that I didn't know I had questions for. If that makes any sense that I just said. Like I have questions I didn't know I had until these cards came out, and I'm just like, oh, how is that going to apply to Ortho? How is this going to translate to the robot, you know? I need answers. Hmm. Although I am happy seeing all the influx of the Bunny Day art again for Twisted Wonderland. All the outfits are so cute and silly. So adorable. I think besides Ortho, Appel also has like my favorite outfit out of the bunch. I mean, Deuce and Silver, they're great. Obviously, Deuce is the SSR, so he's supposed to have the more elaborate outfit, but like personally, Appel is adorable. He looks like a little baby doll. I love it. It kind of also reminds me of Brooke's pajamas because it has like that same vibe. Like fancy little Victorian baby doll. It's just that Appel is bunny themed. And I like the fact that Appel has 2 bunny themed outfits. The boy is a bunny. And I find that absolutely adorable. Even though he's supposed to be based off of an apple, but hey. He's a cute little bunny. I really didn't plan ahead. I mean, I usually don't. For the most part, it's easy to just, oh, let's just finish drawing something and talk about things. But today was kind of like, I can't really draw right now. My setup is not optimal. There hasn't really been any fun updates yet with Twisted Wonderland. All that stuff's coming out later this month, and Vil has evaded my summons 20 times, and I'm just like, you know what? You're beautiful, but I can wait. Oh, I know what I can also talk about too. I don't think when we were talking about him, his the uncapped image was released yet. I can pull that up real quick. I love the image for that card with the Vil, his overblock card. I think it's amazing because like you can tell from when Malleus was released and then Ida that the pattern with the cards is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be their dream outfits, you know, the outfits they were wearing in their dream worlds when they were doing all that stuff. So like we already know what to expect. But like the actual like card images are so good. Vil Schoenheit, the man you are. She's beautiful. And surprisingly violent. I love that about his character. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. There he is! I love this. I love this so much. I also like the way that the hands are drawn. Because hands are always a nightmare to draw, so I appreciate good drawings of hands sometimes. Also, the reflection in whatever that drink is. The framing of this image is just beautiful. As well as the context of this image is just amazingly dark as well. I love it. Ah, he's gorgeous. It also reminds me that, like, with or without makeup, Vil is amazingly beautiful no matter how you look at him. Especially, like, the eyes. Oh, I love good eyes. It's, like, always the funnest part, at least for me, when drawing stuff, is, like, how do I want these eyes to look? How menacing, how adorable, how cute, how cool. What is the emotion going on in here? Yeah, and also Neji's dead. Honestly, it's such a good image. The way that it's framed, because it's like, it is that scene from Snow White with the apple and all that. Like, it's that moment of like, finally, I've won. But at what cost? I'm just gonna have this in the background now because I like this card. I do want it. But I can live without it. Bill's card is so pretty. Yes. Hello, welcome. I'm just yapping about Vil today, as well as like other things, and potentially like if my channel gets like obliterated by whatever the updates are coming later this month, I need alternatives, and either that or I'll just disappear off the face of the planet and you'll never see me again. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. Yeah. But Vil, he's pretty. And Neji's dead in this image. It's framed like a beautiful movie scene so well. I love this card. It's the eyes. I am mesmerized by his eyes. I love his like purpley eyes. And I like the way that the light is like bouncing off of his hair too. It looks really cool. This image. I mean, I tried pulling for Vill's Overblock card a few days ago, and like, you know, I don't want to waste too much of my resources because it's for Ortho. So it's like, you know what? I can live without you, Vill. I can live without Vill. Sort of, not really. I do want this card. Just like how I still want Malleus's too, but that one didn't. I didn't get that one either. I got Ida though. At least I have one. I have one character's Overblock card. It just happens to be Ida's. I do still think it'd be fun if we got some of the other characters in funny little outfits, but like the characters who didn't have any fancy outfits in their dreams aren't going to get any special cards. Which I find a little sad. Because I think it would have been funny to get a Buff of Hell card. It's just funny. It's such a funny card, but it's like, yeah, it makes sense why. It's just mashing together assets that aren't supposed to be together, so it's not really that much of a unique card to begin with. But it would have been so funny. But like, yeah, not every character got a special outfit for their dreams. Which is kind of sad. But I mean, it's understandable because some of the characters, they didn't really require too much extra character development at that point. Because they're a little bit more simple. Not in a bad way, but it's more like, yeah, their issues were still resolved in the CS Omnia chapter. It's just that it's not that big of a deal, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. I just yap. I just be saying things sometimes. I was like, yeah, I really do be like that. Well, I guess in other Twisted Wonderland related silliness, I finally managed to figure out how to unlock Magic 3. Which is something that's been in the game for a while, especially on the Japanese side, and I'm like, how do people unlock this? And I'm like, oh, I finally figured it out. You gotta, I think I did it by, maxing out level 10 in his other magics. At least I think, or like, reaching a certain point with, how many times you can increase his levels or something. I don't remember how I did it. I just know it happened, and I'm like, finally. I understand now. I mean, it's mainly because I don't really use the guest room all that much, too, and that also helps with, uncapping the levels. Which is, I I don't really go in there all that often because it's like, at least before I got the new phone, it just took so long to like go through the battles during that, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't feel like doing all that. It takes long, but now it's like, oh, it's easy. I made it more complicated for no reason. I mean, that happens sometimes. It do happen like that sometimes. You know, I think I might call it for today. I mean, I wasn't here for that long. And it was kind of just for me personally, just so that way I could have like a 3-day week instead of a 2-day week because I couldn't come back on Tuesday. Yeah. But Wednesday, I'll probably have a little bit more like a clear, like, hey, if things go south, here's where you can find me. Because the world is a mess and everybody's stupid and it makes me annoyed. It's like we had solutions to all these problems beforehand, but no. You're just purposely making things worse. Because you're stupidly greedy. It's always money. Money, 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 money. Nobody cares. Yeah, I don't usually talk much about stuff that bothers me because it's like, personally, my presence online is more just about yapping about fun, random, silly, art-related stuff. And I still want to keep it like that. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Is that the newest twist card? Yes, this is the uncapped image for Vill's Overblock card. But we just put it up front just so you can admire the details real quick. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. There we go. I really like the framing of this. The ways he looks so sinister, and also like the reflection in the wine glass. I'm just like, oh, this card is so pretty. I tried summoning for Vil, but like, he didn't come, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not wasting all my keys. They're saved for Ortho and Riddle. If I don't get Ortho, I'm gonna be upset. But also, Vil is just so pretty. Your presence is also yapping about attractive anime boys in a Japanese Disney school game. Yep. I don't know how much you heard of, like, some of the changes going on YouTube and whatnot. I might try to find alternatives to that. I know Picarto is like a streaming site thing. It had more of an arts angle to it, so like if that still works, if I can still access that account, I might try switching over there if they try to flag this channel or something incorrectly, because like, I ain't giving you my important papers. Like, are you stupid? There's a million reasons why that is a terrible idea. At least with like banks and stuff, they at least pay for better cybersecurity, but like, bruh, I don't trust YouTube. I did not hear, I don't think, not about YouTube anyway. Yeah, apparently they're trying to roll out some AI thing that'll try and determine if you're, based on your viewing habits, if you're an adult or not. Which I find really stupid, considering that like half of the stuff that they sometimes flag as for kids is not for kids, and I'm just like, yeah, that. Just all of this stuff is happening at once, and it's low-key kind of scary. Like, bruh, I just want to be a silly little creature on the internet and not have to deal with being a real person. Talk about an invasion of privacy, like, bruh. And it's like, oh, well, you have nothing to hide, so why are you worried about it? But, like, bruh, you don't want people walking in on you while you're just chilling in your room singing stupid songs to yourself. Like, isn't that embarrassing? Like, yeah, you're not doing anything wrong, but it's like, dude, you're in your personal dojo. So dumb. I take what I said back. I did hear. Why not just ask for your birthday when you sign up? I mean, yeah, we've had simple solutions to this that don't really violate your privacy or whatever, but, you know, people lie about their age anyway, but at that point, it's more of a parenting problem. Big brother is watching you type OG energy, not gonna lie. Yeah. It's dumb. And sketchy. I don't trust it. I'm sure there's like other ways to like combat some of this stuff, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, why are you trying so hard? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Huh? You stupid lawmakers. We all know you're sketchy. I don't like sounding all conspiratorial, at least on my stuff, because I want to focus more on the yapping of funny anime boys and whatever, but if you're encroaching on my ability to do so, I just want to make arts. But if you're gonna be doing all this stuff, you have no respect for arts or escapism, and that's stupid. Any country that tries to ban art is not a good country. What's the website you're moving to? I want to make the leap to support you. Picarto TV? I don't know. I'll probably have something more concrete on Wednesday, because I need to see if I still can log into that one, if it still works. If that site is still, like, a thing or something, because it's, like, it's geared more toward, like, art streams, I think, last time I checked, because I remember I signed up for it just because, like, there was an artist on Tumblr who was doing a stream on there. But yeah, I'll probably figure that out more on Wednesday, though. Because I can't come back Tuesday. That's kind of why I just started a stream today. I am very much a respecter of the arts, even though there's a lot of art out there that I think is kind of stupid. It should exist so I can make fun of it. You know, like, everything has a right to exist, even if you find it gross or whatever. Just don't engage with it. It's like, it's not that hard. Why are we making things overly complicated? What happened to stranger danger online, you know? Ugh. Everything's about money and power and whatnot, and I hate it. Like, bruh. I'm just a silly little creature doing silly little things. If spicy art is the problem, maybe you should just block all that kind of art yourself if you're gonna be susceptible to its allure. Yeah, it's pretty much this is a you problem, not a me problem, like, bruh. Like, you can't just force people to agree with your ways, like, we all know how the 1920s ended up. Because we all know how successful Prohibition was. Like, come on. Like, me personally, I don't mind certain spicy art anyway, because it's like, well, I like this, but I don't like this. And if I don't like this, I'm just gonna ignore its existence and pretend it doesn't exist because I don't like it, you know? Like, half of this is just, you need to parent your kids a problem. Especially because a lot of these, like, sites and their stupid little algorithms flag things wrong, like, all the time. So it's like, bruh. At least with putting your kid in front of the television back then, at least it was, like, all, like, you know, like, made for TV, as in it's, like, been tested and whatnot to be, like, appropriate for general audiences. Not just Prohibition, look at the Satanic Panic. Yes! Like, we're going backwards! Like I do remember my parents were kind of like the type of people who were like, Pokemon's bad. Don't look at that. Or like Harry Potter's bad. It was Bruhaya bleh. But it's like at that point it's more like, if you're a parent and you don't want your kids watching stuff, just don't let them watch it. Just give them a different option. Not really that hard. There's a lot of variety out there. Like, that's better than just limiting everything to, like, 2 things or whatever. Like, oh, if you don't want to put a tablet in front of your kid, why don't you just actually dig through, like, your old DVDs or something? If you still have that, or, like, just put on Sprout or something, if that's still a thing. Like, dude, the bare minimum amount of research. Like, come on. It also reminds me of, back when I was younger. Apparently there was, like, a thing going on that I wasn't really aware of at the time because my parents didn't really see an issue with it, but, like, apparently Bratz dolls, a lot of parents hated Bratz dolls. Yeah, that too. But, like, there was, like, a lot of movements about, like, oh, kids shouldn't have Bratz dolls, they're too sexualized or whatever. Or, like, how there was I know about the Barbie stuff where it's, like, it's too girly and stereotypical. Because, like, there was, like, a point around, like, the 2012s, I want to say, where a bunch of these, like, doll brands kind of did, like, these soft reboots or something. And it was, like, so awkward. That was around the time I was kind of growing out of wanting new dolls anyway when I was younger. Except for Monster High. But, like, yeah, it's like... It just reminds me of that, where you're just purposely trying to appeal to people who weren't gonna buy it anyway. All because it offends your sensibilities. Well, then be a parent and just get your kids the other dolls out there. There's a wide variety of stuff. I heard about parents hating Bratz and Barbie, though, for different reasons. For Barbie, it was unreasonable beauty standards, I think. Yeah, the body standards or whatever, and the fact that it was too stereotypically girly and pink, that was a bit more in the 90s. That was more of what Barbie was criticized for, being too pink and girly and princessy, and math is boring. Kind of a thing. Whereas Bratz, it was usually just, oh, these dolls are too hypersexualized, blah blah blah. But it's like, a kid's not really gonna think that hard about it. I know I didn't. As well as, I don't think in general, unless you put this idea in your kid's head when they're little, your kid's not really gonna care if a doll looks like them or not. Because, like, at least in my experience, my parents were like, you don't, like, the stuff you see on TV is not real. You don't have to be like the people you see on TV all the time or whatever. So, like, I have a sense of, I have self-confidence in my own, like, skin or whatever. Even if I have issues. But it's like, I'm not gonna look at a doll and be jealous of the fact that it's prettier than me or something. It's fake. It's not real. It's just meant to exaggerate stuff and to begin with. As long as they're not actively promoting bad lessons, who cares? Yeah, exactly. And, like, the Bratz TV show and movies were usually just dumb fun anyway. Like, they were usually about friendship to begin with, so it's like, it's not even instilling bad morals on you. Same thing with, like, Barbie. Like, if you're a parent and you have issues with it, that's a you problem. Because, like, as long as you're teaching your kid how to actually have confidence in themselves, as well as you're actually teaching them morals as well, instead of just putting them in front of a TV all the time or a tablet in the modern era, it's like, they're not gonna have that many issues or whatever. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I ain't a parent, but, There's things that you can do as a parent that even people who are not parents are like telling you like, yo, maybe you should ask for help instead of just trying to, you know, calm your kid down with a tablet screen all the time. I don't know. It's basically like the South Park movie if you've seen it. I'm not really that into South Park, but I think I've heard of that movie you're talking about. I think. No, I was never into it because like I'm just not that fond of too much crude humor. But that's a me thing, you know. But I will admit that some of the stuff that I've seen of it is definitely like, yeah, I agree with what's being said here. I can understand what's being criticized right here, and yeah. It's like, even if I find it personally ugly, it's like, there's still value to it. I don't know, I feel like more people just need to have that mindset too of like, you know, I don't like this thing, but I'm not gonna control other people's opinion on that thing because they're, you know, just because I personally don't like something. Because it's stupid. You don't need to do that. Like, why do you care so much? Basically, in the movie, the parents of the town want to boycott and go to war with Canada because of a show that they believe is ruining their children. I think I heard of that one, yeah. Although it's funny how people think that if they censor stuff, it won't come back to bite them in the butt. Because, yeah, sure, you might think that your wholesome Chungus stuff is safe or whatever, but there's always going to be somebody that finds something wrong with it. There's always somebody. Because, again, nothing is perfect. Nothing is 100% appealing to everybody. There's always going to be somebody complaining about something. And at that point, it's more about, is this a genuine complaint that's actually helpful, or is this person just stupid? Although I am kind of motivated to try and make my own game, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. With everything that's going on, I feel like there's always going to be something wrong. Like, this is why I have personal issues. Because, like, the way I design things, the way I like stories is just... Ugh. There's always going to be somebody complaining about it. More on me. Like Animal Crossing, for instance, I forgot the name, but I know that one Egyptian character who was made a meme is actually way more wholesome and sweet than the meme turned her into. Anka. Yeah. Yeah, I know about that situation. But it's like, hey, you can always ignore it anyway. Like, we know the source material. It's Animal Crossing, for crying out loud. Like, I cannot control what people do. But, like, you can do it. just properly tag stuff. That's the thing, like, we have all these, like, tags and genre tags and stuff like that, and yet people don't like using tools that can help you filter out what you don't like. People don't want to use the parental controls that almost every site gives you. Like, I know Disney Plus has, like, parental controls. And, like, an option to see, like, the 17 plus content. So it's like, why aren't you people using that? Like, these sites usually have services for that. And yet nobody uses it because I guess they purposely want to make them trash so that way you don't use it. It's just so stupid. Like, I just want to have fun when I'm not, you know, trying to find a job, or like when I do have a job or something. It's like I want to come back, unwind, and just play a game for who knows how long. The art of escapism. Like, it's not childish to have hobbies. I don't like that mentality either. Where it's like, if you're like an adult, why are you collecting Pokemon cards? Or why are you still playing video games? It's like, bruh, this is my hobby. I'm sinking my own personal time into this. I know how to actually balance my personal interests and my responsibilities, okay? Like, like, I know how to do that. Just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean that I can't have a hobby. Like, my personal hobbies are usually video games, but like I also collect dolls. And I like earned those dolls too, you know, from working a job. You know, I use whatever money I have left over for like, hey, you know, it's been a while. I want to get this as a treat for all the work I've been doing this month, you know? Just personal treat time. Because, you know, stress is a bad thing. And, like, if you don't have some sort of hobby or way to entertain yourself when you're, like, on your off time, you're just gonna age yourself faster or whatever. Sometimes you need a little Hakuna Matata. Not a lot of it, but just enough so that you don't lose your mind. Like, people forget the idea that you have to balance things. The whole, you can't have too much of a good thing kind of mentality, you know? Like, that's a thing that people forget about, because it's like, oh, well, it's good for you, I'll just do all this, and I'll just make all this money or whatever, but like, yeah, are you gonna use it? Are you gonna use it on your off time? Like, why are you just working yourself to the bone, but you're not gonna do anything afterwards or whatever? Like, you don't even have to, like, do anything expensive either, just, like, read a book from the library or something. Or, like, just doodle in your notebook or something. Like, there's loads of different hobbies out there for that perfect work-life balance or whatever, like... I mean, there is no perfect work-life balance thing, but, like, you can at least try, man. I probably sound a little stupid. I don't know. But it's not like I'm just talking out and nothing, you know? Like, I've experienced working, so it's like... I know how to balance what I'm doing. It's not that complicated. I feel like some people make things more complicated than they have to be. It's kind of like people who are like, oh, I can't draw a stick figure or whatever, but it's like... Yeah, so what? I can't draw a perfect circle. That doesn't stop me from drawing things. You just practice. You just get good. You don't have to be instantly good at it. Like, I just so happen to have been into art since I was young. But, like, you can still get into it when you're older anyway. It might take a little bit more time. But, like, there's always little things you can do to improve bit by bit. Like, you don't gotta rush through it. So weird. Maybe it's more of a mindset thing. Because, like, I'm a little more on, like, the carefree side. Like, I don't think too much about things, because I know that if I think too much about stuff, it's going to eat away at my, like, mind for, like, ever, and I'm gonna be stressing. think I'll end now. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but like, yeah. Wednesday I'll go back to drawing and I might have more of a concrete answer on, like, you know, only if, this specific YouTube channel ends up getting incorrectly flagged, because I don't think my other one will, because it's old. But then again, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it just starts purposely flagging people as kids on purpose, just so that way they can put in personal info. Because, like, if that happens, well, bye-bye. I'll find other ways. You cannot stop me. I just want to have fun time, you know? I don't want to think too hard. Creative expression is important. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. I didn't mean to rant for too much, but like, it's been eating away at me, obviously, for a while, if you've looked at my Twitter or whatever. Like, it's been bothering me. And since I can't draw, I just let it out today, you know? Wednesday, we'll finish drawing Benji. And maybe start some other stuff, I don't know. I kind of do want to still look into actually making a game. Like a little visual novel type thing, but I don't know. I need to find, like, a good free engine for that, because, like, I have a specific idea of, like, something that's more RPG style. But, like, the stuff that I've been looking at is more, like, visual novel makers, so it's, like, extra simple, and it's, like, I don't know. I still don't know yet. I have all this stuff lying around that I just don't know what to do with. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. I'll be back on Wednesday at the usual times. Bye-bye.